and welcome to the Wayfaring Panda. I'm Annette. Today I'm participating in Fellow Sketch February, put on by Sandy Reversky, and her YouTube channel is called Stay Goddess. So I'm starting off with a 12 by 12 piece of mixed media paper, and I'm spraying it with Frosty Mint Mica Mist from Tim Holtz. Today I chose to work on day 13 sketch, and it's made by Ashley Horton Designs, and I'll put the sketch up above. And I'm picking this one because I didn't have time to do all the sketches, so I'm trying to finish a photo album I'm making for a girl that lives in Mexico, and so I was just picking some of the sketches that go along with the photos that I have. So off screen, of course, I waited for my paper to dry, and then I stitched on two of the edges with my sewing machine, and I just used kind of a coral color because this paper I'm using has kind of this green color, which kind of matches the spray that I used, and also the coral color. And I'm just using double-sided adhesive to adhere two strips that I cut out of paper, and this is from Bo Bunny Designs. It's actually paper from 2013, and it's called Pincushion, so it has a lot of sewing look to it. When I saw this paper, I kind of thought that would be good for my cool pictures or crafting pictures, and in this case, I made another one that's going to be, I believe, on the 26th is the one I started with. And that one showed the girl that I'm making this for making tassels, so I thought that would be perfect. So I'm using this paper and the colors again so that the coordinating page next to it will look similar. I did make a mistake and I put the double-sided adhesive on the wrong side on one of the strips, so I ended up having to cut me another strip because I tried to pull the adhesive off, but it was tearing the paper. So I left that in the video just so you know that we all make mistakes. It's paper. I'm just recycling it, or maybe I'll use it for scraps. If you haven't done the Follow Sketch February, or maybe you haven't used Scrapbook sketches, go check out Sandy's Facebook group. It's called Scrapping Reflections, and that's where they have all the different sketches that you can use. And you don't have to have a YouTube channel. You could just do your scrapbooking, and you could take a picture of your scrapbook page that you create and post it on the Facebook page. Also, if you haven't tried mixed media, I just did two other things other than paper just by spraying some spray, and that was very simple to do. I didn't even use a stencil, but of course you could use a stencil. And then if you're a sewer like me, you can do hand stitching or sew on your sewing machine, which of course is a lot faster, to add some details to your page. I already cut out the paper to the size I wanted. Now mine's probably a little bit bigger, also with the strips, because I'm using a bigger photo than what's in the sketch. So I kind of made things bigger so that it would be the right proportions. So if you're new to sketches, you don't have to use the same size of photo that they show, or even the same amount or the same sizes of the papers. You could just make adjustments to fit whatever you have and whatever you want to put on the page. I decided to use the orange flowered paper on this page because on the other layout that I am going to post on the 26th, I used the one with the circles. And also you'll see in a moment why I decided to not use the circles yet. I adhered my photo with some mounting squares to some mint colored cardstock, and then I'm just adhering that to the page, also using the mounting squares. I got started in the 1990s on scrapbooking, and that was with Creative Memories, and they always have you using mounting squares, or sometimes they're called photo squares, so that's just what I'm used to using. I did put Post-it tape over the faces in the photo because I didn't want to reveal that on the video or in the pictures, since this is a photo of children. I had this little scrap left over from when I did my layout for the 26th, so I thought it had a good contrast to it, so I'm using that for my little dovetail banner that's on the sketch. I only had two pieces of paper from this collection, so using the mixed media on the background and using these two sketches allowed me to do 2 scrapbook layouts, and I still have some paper left over. Now the sketch shows some stars in the background, which I really do like, but since this paper had these large circles on it, I thought I would just cut those out and use for my embellishment. So you don't have to go with the shape that it shows in a sketch. It's just showing you where you could put some embellishments and use whatever you have. So for these, it turned out the circles were exactly 1 inch, so I'm using a 1 inch paper punch that I have to cut those out. I do have to trim the paper sometimes to get the punch to reach to where it is. And then also some of the circles are smaller. I think they ended up being a 3/4 inch punch. So I have some Creative Memories circle punches I got a long time ago. I don't know if they make those anymore. But I use those to cut out the 3/4 inch circles. And I like how you can kind of see what you're doing so you can line it up. I started laying out my circles according to how they have the stars on the sketch, but then I kind of altered it a little bit because, of course, they're circles and not stars, and I decided I needed another circle, so I cut another one out. I'll put a list of all the products that I use in the description below. Some of these may be affiliate links. They don't cost you anything extra to use, but I do get a small commission from any sales that the links generate, and that helps support my channel. As I mentioned before, this is part of a hop, so I will put the playlist in the description below as well as at the end of this video, so you can go to that and check out other videos that I've made as well as other people who are doing the Fellow Sketch February. And there are some creators who I think have posted every day, which since I have a full-time job, I don't really have time to do that, but I'm participating as much as possible. But anyway, follow along and you'll get some more ideas. Some of them may be using mixed media, so you'll get other ideas of how to use mixed media on your layout and different ways that you can change a sketch. And I think that's what's really cool about this hop is you'll see several people using the same sketch but do it differently with different papers, different mixed media possibly, and different size photos so that you can see there's a lot of different ways that you can use a sketch. I did just get over 500 subscribers to my channel this previous weekend, if you're watching when this is posted. I want to thank you to everyone who has subscribed and who's watched my videos and commented and just show me so much support. And that's the reason I'm here, is to help inspire other people to do scrapbooking, use your supplies, and try new things, and just have fun with your paper making. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, and if you're not already a subscriber, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.